Okay, episode 7. Welcome back to back boys. Garrett and Zach here. It is Wednesday, November 19th, as you're listening to this. So, welcome, Zach. What do you got?
We're here. Happy Wednesday
Yeah.
or Thursday or whenever you listen to this.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into it, but it's just
Let's just rip the band-aid off because we have to talk about the things that suck so that we could continue to be hilarious, funny idiots that the people actually want to listen to. Because I'm
yeah.
sure us being sad isn't that fun to listen to, but we must address the
Yeah,
situation.
we got to snap out of it for the people. So, shake it off, reset. Little pre Okay, so we're going to talk about the Illinois State loss, which we got a lot to unpack there. The UND for the regular season finale. We're going to talk about the Hawkeyes losing in Southern California in what looked like flashbacks of Frisco in the spring. Northwestern loses in a heartbreaker. Washington State gets a win. New Mexico. We'll do the college football fastest 2 minutes, and then we'll finish with gear grinder and slap hands. So, got a good show for you. All things considered, we're gonna fight through, make this a good episode for you guys. So without further ado, Zach, you have the floor. The Illinois State game, go.
I may have been from one of the worst vantages points for the start of this game. So I mentioned last week I had the scheduling conflict that I was going to be watching my cousin's state championship game. So not only was I not able to watch the start of this game, but I was in the Dakota Dome and periodically checking my phone as the state championship game is in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, oh, it's 2:30 or whatever time it was. And I was like, all right, like the Jags game's got to be on, but it was fourth quarter, so I just look. It's like, like they're in the red zone. Like, oh, they scored. Oh, it's 14-0. Oh my God, it's 21-0, and there's less than 5 minutes left gone in game time. And I was like, and I didn't watch any of it happen. I was like, sitting with my family, we're all big SDSU fans. Like, what in the world just happened?
Yeah,
Like,
that I mean, just to be frank, I have never seen anything like that. Just I turned the game on, and like before I could even like sit down and start watching it, we were down 3 touchdowns. Like it was insane. Like I blinked my eyes and it was like, what just happened? But sidebar, that Sioux Falls Christian game was electric, wasn't it?
it was. I'll bring that up in the slap hands
Okay, never
in the
mind.
slap hands category of this show. We'll save that for
Rewind,
later.
rewind. Uh, but yeah, man, that's just when you're in a when you're in a game like that, you got your back against the wall, and you're kind of in a must-win scenario. Like you got to win at least one of your last two to get into the playoffs, and then you start off in a 21-0 hole, and then again it got to 28-0 at one point too. So I mean, that's hard to climb out of. And credit to them, they did kind of climb out of it a little bit, and against everything stacked against them, like there were plays in the fourth quarter that could have been made to like get it within a touchdown, potentially tie up the game. And I mean, even if you get it within a touchdown, like then it's a football game. Like who knows what can happen then? So like they did find a way to climb their way out of it, but I think like a lot of things I saw, it was like, shout out to them for, not packing it in and calling quits on the game, which, yes, I agree. But I feel like that's kind of the bare minimum standard of like what's expected. Like, yeah, you play the football game for the entire 60 minutes. Like, doesn't matter what the score is. Like at SCSU, that cannot be like the most positive takeaway. It's like, well, they didn't quit. Like, yeah, but
They
that's
fought
kind
on
of
senior day.
yeah, like
That was like
that's bullet point number one. Like play hard the whole game. Like that's I don't know. So that I didn't really love that, but I mean, Yeah, the fumble and just I don't know, just to come out like that with so many mental errors. It was very very uncharacteristic, and I don't know if it was a USD hangover or what the deal was, but that was I've never seen anything like that.
And we're not, and even when we played, like if we were playing a good team, like Illinois State is a good team. Like they're gonna make the playoffs. Like they played close with NDSU. Like when they played them, like they are a good team. And we're not in a situation where we can just spot someone 21 points to start the game. Like you take that out, you take the entire first quarter out, and then you look at the rest of the score and you're like, oh, after the first quarter, we outscored them 21-7. It's like that's great and that's awesome, but the game's four quarters for a reason. And usually people are saying that about the end of the game, when teams are blowing leads or, what have you. It's like you can't just like the opening part of the game happens too. Like those first 5 minutes, usually there aren't a lot of scores there, but you can't just be that bad. And I was able to watch the second half, and it was like I saw good there. I saw things where we were, I mean, I saw us, you know, or the tail end of the second quarter, like I saw us score two or three times. And it's like, okay, our offense is moving, our defense is getting some stop. Like, it still wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, and it wasn't dominance, and it wasn't whatever, but it was something that we could win with. And so if I have to take a positive from it, it's that there was something there to look forward to this next game. And if we can avoid just having a horrendous 5 minute period of game time, maybe that game looks different. But like you were saying, you have to play hard to finish the game and the whole game. But that also starts at the beginning of the game. Like you have to
Yeah,
do that for 60 minutes.
yeah, there were definitely flashes and some stuff that looked good. I think shout out Jack Henry again. Like that dude's a ball player. I think he's got arm talent. He can sling it. Like let's let him stretch the field a little bit. Let's throw the ball down the field a little bit. Give some guys some chances. And they did. And that was kind of what I referred to, like the plays in the game in the fourth quarter that were there to be made. You can't have a drop in the end zone when you're down 14, and you can't have a drop to get a huge first down to keep the drive moving. Like those are two passes you have to have your receiver catch. And you know, it's just kind of the story of the day. Like there were against everything that had happened, there were plays to be made there at the end of the game, and we just didn't make them. So, that's why we're going to come up short. But I do think Jack Henry is going to be a good player for the Jackrabbits going forward. And I know we've talked about that previously. He's very young, and all this. Yes, he did get thrown into the fire, but honestly, sometimes that's the best way to do it. Like you come out so much better. Like if you get thrown in the deep end, you better learn how to swim, and then you're going to be a great swimmer by the end of it. So I think he's going to be a really good player. Um, yeah, I just those 5 minutes were just you can't do that. Like you just cannot spot a team 21 points before all the fans are even in their seat. Honestly, like
Yeah.
uh,
I'm sure there was some fan who was out at tailgate, like, oh, I'll crack an extra beer or two and I'll get into the game. And it's 21-0 when they walk in, 14-0,
mhm,
probably at least 7-0 when everyone was in. Like,
yeah,
I will say from an offensive perspective, we did talk about it a little bit after the USC game when we were talking about how, you know, that first drive was a one play explosive drive. And then really the only drive that we sustained was the 2 minute drive. And I don't know if it's something that we're going to be continuing to do moving forward. I would like us to, because the last 2 weeks, to me, what's worked the best is spot the ball, get up there, go. Don't let the defense get set. Don't make it a game of X's and O's. Go let your redshirt freshman quarterback go be an athlete, go make a play, go throw the ball. Like, just go play football, get up tempo, make the other team tired. We'll cycle more people in, because towards the end of the game, that's what we were doing, and we were able to move the ball. And to me, it's not traditionally what SDSU has been. We haven't been high flying, get up to the ball, run, go. But based on how the last couple of games have gone, I think that's our best recipe moving forward.
Yeah, I don't disagree. There's definitely been some good stuff when they run more up tempo. Um, I just I think I mean just I get like looking on Twitter and stuff. I completely understand why a lot of fans are frustrated with this season, but I think everybody just has to remember kind of how we got here to begin with. Like this program had like the reset button pushed on it way back in December or whatever, and that's like never happened here before. Like coaches have come and gone, but it had never been the entire building is gone and a large chunk of your roster is gone. So I think to and like I'm saying all this knowing like what has been built and what the expectation is in SCSU, and I do think like we're going to get back to that eventually. But I think to come in and have a seamless transition with all the changes that took place is a little bit unrealistic for people to expect. So I just think it's important to remember you got to give the staff time. You got to give them time to recruit their guys. You got to give them time to have their guys develop within the program. And like I said, this is a whole different deal. Like this is full reset. Like, and yeah, there's elements like the guys who like fought to stay and fought to keep some guys there. Like, so there are people who've been there, and there's been coaches who are familiar with the program, but um, I just to have a completely new team, it's a whole different program essentially. Like, you just gotta you got to give them time because it's not like success just doesn't happen overnight. And you know we built it got built up for a long time to get to where it was. And unfortunately, with how everything is shaken out, we're kind of back to we gotta climb back up the ladder a little bit. And I do think we will, but i just think it was unrealistic for people to expect everything to go this big of a transition to go completely flawlessly.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you're saying. The only pushback I will have is I think that's a conversation for after the season's over with. Because to me, right now, we're still in the middle of the season. We still have another game where if we win this game, we're a 15 team. We're going to get into the playoffs. And I realize we're going on the road to the Alara Center, and we're doing all like it's not an easy task. And if we lose this game, our playoff chances probably aren't great. And but to me, it's one of those things where I get that our expectations shouldn't have been that high, but also to the same level, like we're going out there with 11 guys. Like they have 11 guys out there, so do we. And as a fan base, we still want our team to win.
For
And at
sure.
least to me, like I'm going to be a little upset when we lose. And I'm going to be a little upset when we lose to NDSU and USD. And, especially like how that last game started. Like I said, I get what you're saying, but I do just think that's more of a holistic view that I would take after the season is over.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but I'm just like a 4 game skid is something that's really never been
Yeah.
seen. So I mean, I agree with
Yeah.
that. That's
I'm trying to think of it
like
from a
we
player coach mindset still, like to try and like don't let that creep in. Hey, it's okay that this season isn't good. No, like the season isn't over. It's
yeah.
still we still got room to work. It's not
Yeah.
what we wanted it to be, but we can still go.
I mean, yeah, like we're not dead yet. Like you got one more game, and so we'll kind of use that as a segue into the UND preview. Really, my only thing for this is like what we just said. Like everybody and their dog is counting them out. They're like, yeah, they're not going to go to Grand Forks and win. Like they don't have a chance. Like don't might as well not even make the trip. Like just chalk it up. Like it's why I play the game. Like I mean, yes, like we've done it. It's a hard road trip. Like you're on a bus for I don't even remember how many hours just rolling up I
You're
twenty
in
nine.
Canada,
You're rolling up I twenty
basically.
nine. You look out the window, you can see for 100 miles because it's flat as a piece of paper. But and like the Lair Center's a tough place to play. I always had a lot of fun playing there. It's a dome. They get pretty loud in there. The student section gets after you. They let you
Yeah.
know. So It's going to be a hostile environment, but again, like that's what makes college football fun. Like we love that. Honestly, sometimes that's more fun than playing at home. Like when you're in a building where everybody just hates your guts, like we thrived on that. So like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's the challenge for those guys. Nobody thinks you can go do it. Like just play loose, have fun. Who gives a shit? Go
They
let
have
it rip.
nothing to lose at this point.
No, not a single thing. Like just go let it rip. Go play football. Like just
Like
go
the
have
last
fun.
time that we weren't hunted whatsoever, if you will, like the last time that we could truly play carefree with
Yep.
like really no expectations and just, hey, we're going to go out there. We're going to, like you said, let it rip, play as hard as possible for as long as we possibly can. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But we're going to be damned if we don't give it our all.
Yeah.
Like,
Like if you're gonna go down swinging. Like don't just listen to everybody and just like screw it. Just go play hard, go have fun. Like let the chips fall where they may. Like you got nothing to lose. So like I said, we said away at the beginning of this where we don't have stats. We don't have I don't know anything about UND's players or anything like that. I know they're a solid team. I think they're 7-4. Their conference record is a little better than ours, but I mean they're 7-4. They're right there with us. So just go play harder than they do. Like just that's the one thing you control. Go play harder than they do. See what happens.
yeah. I mean, we can give a little bit of insight. We talked about the Alaris Center being a harder place to play. Like, we could talk a little bit more about the road trip. We've made the road trip.
It sucks.
It's it sucks. It's the second longest bus trip, if I'm not mistaken, that the boys will make. And you're what, an hour from Canada? Less?
Yeah, the hotel
The
the hotel flies a Canadian flag.
It's called Air Canada. It's the hotel you stay in that's connected to the Alaris Center.
Yeah.
Like, cool hotel, like, massive water park. Never got the chance to go. But it's a real shame. Coaches have never let us.
That was our last or what when was that? When did we play at UND our 6 year?
I believe so. Yes.
No. No, we played them at
No, we
home. We played
didn't.
them at home. This is a year
Yeah.
before. I remember this. That hotel is like connected to the field and everything.
Yeah.
So I remember one night we were just like if we had our free time or whatever, but like a couple hours before we had to go to bed, and like we were all just wandering around. We just like opened a couple doors, and next thing you know, we're like on the way up top, like looking over the stadium. We're like, oh sweet. And then a security guard came and chased us out. And it was like me, Mark, Mason, Evan,
Hey, whoa, edit that out.
allegedly. They didn't do anything. We're just wandering around. We're bored.
No, we just don't need to name suspects.
What are we gonna do? DoorDash maple syrup or something?
Oh, those are fighting
Let's
words.
slow blow. Slow blow. Uh,
Not very friendly to our neighbors, eh?
that's rude. You're gonna get canceled for that.
What? What do you mean? We're from the
Man,
Midwest. I could say A.
be careful.
I could say Ope. I could say
Nobody
A.
said nobody in the Midwest says A. Ope is acceptable. Nobody says A.
Oh, we say Ope, but we can't say A. That's a big stretch.
It's completely different. Have you ever heard in conversation someone from the Midwest say A? No,
Sometimes I've
no,
said it to you before.
no, you have not. Not
I
seriously.
may or may not have mocking Canadians, but
I
I've
was
said
gonna
it to
say
you.
you've never said that seriously, and you know it. Uh, so yeah, that's all we got. Like, couldn't have started worse. Still found a way to make it a game. Go play harder than UND, execute better, limit the mental mistakes, and play free. That's my analysis. So
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Yeah. I mean, like we kind of alluded to it. We don't win this game, the season's probably over. And to be in that position within the locker room, like you never want the season to end. And you should try and do everything in your power to keep it going.
and like for sure. And I think another point is just like everybody in that locker room, like coaches too, players especially, just give the big middle finger to all the people, including us, like all these people who just have all these opinions and are talking. Like, who cares? Like, go play. Like I know I like when we were playing, like, when people would talk shit about us, be like, that guy doesn't know what he's
Uh,
talking about. Like, listen, we know we
that
don't
guy's a
know.
moron.
We know we don't know what we're
We're
talking about.
morons.
You can flip us off too. Like we get it. We're stupid. We don't know what we're talking about either. But just yeah, go screw everybody. Just go play. Go get a win. Go get a win. Let's get a win. Make it interesting.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if we've said that in the last couple of weeks. Let's go win this game.
Yeah, let's get a win.
What we need to do this week.
All right. So that will do it for this SDSU talk. Iowa loses in Southern California. They were up 11 at half. I really thought they were going to get it done. I really wish they would have because
Such a good first half.
such a good first
Oh,
half in the rain too. Like, I really wanted that one for Mark. I really did. I think
they still could have made the playoffs.
I know
They're four plays away from being undefeated.
at nine and
Like,
three. At 9-3, I think they have a solid case for the playoff. And you're so right. They are literally 4 plays away from being 10-0, which is insane. And that just goes like it's an old cliche, like football is a game of inches, but it's true. Like it was the 2 point
it really
conversion.
is.
Was that against Oregon? The 2 point conversion. The dude's foot was out of bounds by that much. If you're listening to this, I'm
You can pick.
putting my thumb and my pointer finger together by not a lot. That okay, listen, I think they got
Nice.
screwed too. I think they got screwed. He caught that ball on that fourth down.
Did he?
He did. Did you not see that?
I think the bigger play is the pass that the quarterback for Oregon made on the ensuing drive where he fit it into a window.
No, I'm not talking about Oregon.
I didn't think of.
I'm talking about the USC game. It was fourth and long. Mark launched it up.
Oh,
Mark launched it up to number 21. I don't know
oh,
his name
okay.
is.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the 2 point conversion against Oregon,
No, no,
where
no,
they
no.
would have gone up three at the end of the game.
No, I'm flying back and
Yeah,
forth.
he did catch that ball.
The USC
100%.
catch, like all the still shot warriors on Twitter were out to play, but again, like the dude's foot was in bounds. I think they got hosed, and I would. They said the refs were really bad, like for that entire game, which very well could be the case, but they definitely got hosed on that one. I think he definitely had his foot in. So yeah, that just sucks. They like yeah, it hurts. They should be 10-0, but
Positive
sometimes
note: Mark hit the triple crown.
he
He
did hit
scored
the
a
triple
rushing
crown.
touchdown, a passing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown. Hard to do.
Oh, never mind. I was going to ask if that was his first receiving touchdown, but it's not. He had. I remember one at least very vividly that we had with him in the spring against Delaware. But still impressive. So good for Mark. Just yeah, wish they could have gotten that one. Uh, Also, that rain was insane. Did you watch that game at all, or were you home by
Yeah,
that point? Yeah,
yeah.
crazy.
That was. I mean, what do you do at that point? Like, it's just a mess. Like, it kind of reminded me, like you had said a little bit of like the Frisco Spring Championship game where it's not even like the same game at that point. It's just like keep your footing and hold on to the ball, and there's a good chance you'll win the game. Like,
Yeah, I mean it was what was it 26-21 though. So I mean it didn't really like
yeah,
hinder either team. So uh, then okay, let's go. Let's fly back to the Midwest. Our boys at Northwestern, so close.
that was tough.
They almost did
So
it
close
with
to such a good
Michigan.
upset.
I feel like we've said that so many times about them this year. Like they've been so close
Yeah,
to beating like these top teams or who people think are like the top dogs in the conference. Like they should have beat Michigan. Took a last second field goal to beat them. Like Northwestern's a tough team. Like they're super well
they
coached. We should
are.
say that they're very well coached.
They are very well
Primarily,
coached.
primarily they have great play calling. Then they have a fantastic offensive line and defensive line coach. So they're solid in the trenches, and they just know how to run an offense.
I also think they hit the transfer portal very well at the receiver position. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a big strength of theirs too.
And also the right guard position, I believe, as well.
Yeah, yep, huh.
Mhm.
Yep.
Don't know much about anywhere else, but we know those things for certain, set in stone fact.
Yeah. And as far as the game goes, playing at Wrigley, such a cool thing. I know we alluded to it a little bit last week. I was able to get out to one of their games last year there. Wrigley itself, such a cool stadium. Playing a football game in there, very cool. and they got rid of the dirt again, put grass under there, so it was all you didn't have to worry about any of that. But very, very cool stadium to play in while Northwestern's in a temporary stadium, if you will.
Okay. Sorry. I was looking at, did they, sorry, go back. Iowa has Michigan State this week. They're 3-7. They should win that one. In all likelihood, they're probably going to finish 8-4, which, as is tradition for the Iowa Hawkeyes. I don't know. Is Northwestern on a bye? I'm not seeing them on here. I don't
Now,
know.
Northwestern plays Minnesota this week.
Where's that at?
They play Minnesota this week at Wrigley Field, and then they play Illinois the following week.
Oh, they're playing at Wrigley again?
Yeah, last two
Oh,
games of the year at Wrigley. I don't know if it's something. So for those of you guys who don't know, they are building a new football stadium that is going to be very state of the art, in which they will open up against South Dakota State next year. But for the time being, they are playing at, I believe, their soccer stadium that they just added a bunch of temporary bleachers to. It's a very
yeah, but that's sick.
makeshift deal.
That's sick though. They should put their permanent stadium there. It's right on the lake. Like it's right on the edge.
That's cool. As someone who's been there and seen it, it's not as cool as you'd think it is. Like the temporary seating that holds like
That's why I said build
uh,
the permanent stadium there. I know like the makeshift one kind of stinks, but like take that real estate and build your cool stadium there. That's what I was saying.
yeah, there's no it's on campus. There's no room. That'd make too much sense. They're not smart at Northwestern. Who do you think
Valid.
they are? Harvard?
Valid.
Think they're Harvard?
Oh God. Yeah, I'm sure there's nobody at Northwestern who has thought any of this through. This is just my insight.
Yeah.
Uh, Washington State, they beat the
Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana Tech. Huge win. What's that put them at 5 wins? So they need one more
Does
win to
put them
get
at 5.
one
They had one
more
more to go. One
for the
more to go bowling.
for the magic number. Who they got this week? Off the top of your head, I'm
They
looking.
have JMU. They're going to James
Ooh,
Madison.
back cross country flight.
Their second trip to Virginia this
Let me
year.
let me tell you something. Whoever is booking these flights, the company credit card or whoever's credit card is getting a
We know whose it
lot.
is.
They're getting a lot of points this year. Getting a
And
lot of points
I
this year.
hope he hears this because he's gonna be like, "Hey, don't tell him that."
The old company credit card is getting a lot of rewards points this year. Who's to say?
Put it on your own card, get the miles, have the university reimburse you. Smart, honestly.
Hey,
I take free vacations too if
don't
I
hate
could.
the don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, so that'll be tough one at GMU. GMU could very well make the playoff as a Group of 5 team, even though they're continuing to get like kind of blacklisted. They're not like in the projections, but so I don't know what's going on. I can't. Oh, I was in the wrong tab. That's why. Uh,
Nice.
okay,
Nice.
so they play JMU. Okay, my app's not working, so I'm just talking in circles here. Take it away, Zach. I gotta get this figured
This
out.
this is some high level podcasting right here.
Yep,
Now,
good
if I am
stuff.
not mistaken, New Mexico plays Air Force as well.
Big
They're
dub for
going
them.
to Air Force, so they
Big
will
dub
be
for them.
playing. Yeah, I don't have last week's, but they are at 7-3 on the season, which is very impressive.
Oh, Jack looking like the
7-3,
the winner for conference coach of the year.
yeah,
That would
and
position
they
that would position him pretty well for when a potential Big Ten job comes open in about a year from now.
here's the thing: we're gonna call our shot now. We called it earlier this year; it didn't happen. The Lobos are gonna finish. I don't know. Let's call it 9-4. Okay, maybe a bowl win, maybe not. We'll see. And then next year they're going to get to the Mountain West Championship game. Whatever happens, happens. Luke Fickle will be fired, and Jason Eck will be on his way to Madison, Wisconsin. You heard it here first. Book
First
it.
reported.
You're welcome. You're gonna sound smart when you say it to your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell them to listen to the pod. They'll be smart too.
Yep. Yep.
Unless, of
Seconded.
course, that doesn't happen, then I'm kidding.
Yep. Then we didn't mean a word we said. We were just engagement engagement farming. Listen, we can get into that too.
You're on a
That's
roll right now.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Listen, that I'll get to it in my gear grinder, but fighting through. Um, okay, so yeah, beat Colorado State 2017, got Air Force, and finished with San Diego State. So should beat Air Force. Air Force is 3-7. San Diego State is currently 8-2, but they have that game at home, and that will be if they win that game, they go unbeaten at home. Which who knows the
Is
last time?
impressive.
Who knows the last time that happened for the old
What was the record
Lobos?
last year? Weren't they like a 2 or 3 win team?
No, I don't think they were that bad. I know they weren't
Are we
very
sure?
good. I think they had like 5 wins, maybe. Let's
I
see.
don't know.
Hang on. Let's see.
New Mexico
20,
football in 2024.
5-7.
I
5-7.
It's still not good.
Yeah,
Like
but it's
that's
better. It's
a
better than 2-10 or whatever.
I mean fair. Like
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know why we're talking about
we're
New
going in
Mexico.
circles. Yeah. Go Lobos.
Next.
Yeah.
That'll take us to the
Oh,
fastest 2 minutes.
what everyone's been waiting for. Naturally.
Yeah. What a great it was. Or let's see, was it? Not really. No, it wasn't that great of a college football Saturday.
It was a great Sunday. It was a great Sunday of NFL football.
It
I know we're not
was.
that big of an NFL podcast, but 9 out of 15 games were divisional matchups. A lot of them lived up to the hype. It was a good time.
I will say, Alabama Oklahoma was electric. Tough loss for Kalen DeBoer and those.
Hey, 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 whoa, whoa. We got fastest 2 minutes for this.
I'm just trying to look at some of these games. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Tell me, go.
All right. And go.
Oregon beats Minnesota 42-13. Minnesota bad. Oregon good. Clemson beats Louisville, saves Clemson's season. Dabo on the hot seat, not anymore. Ohio State beats UCLA. Ohio State's probably just going to win the national championship again. Just accept it, even though I don't like Ohio State. Indiana beats Wisconsin 31-7. Indiana good. Texas A&M storms all the way back down 30-3 to come back and win 31-30, which would have been an all-time meltdown in the month of November for Texas A&M. Oklahoma goes on the road, beats Alabama. Kalen DeBoer back on the hot seat after just lost number 2. Now they're probably still going to make the playoff. Oklahoma might be good. Texas, Georgia. Texas is officially bad. Arch still, I'm still not going to say he's bad, but he's really had a hard time. Georgia 35, Texas 10. Texas Tech just keeps whooping up on everybody. Texas Tech 48. UCF 9. Ole Miss beats Florida. Where's Lane Kiffin going to coach? Was a result of that game indicative of where he's going to go? Could be. Notre Dame beats Pitt by 37-15, where the coach from Pitt said they could beat us by 100 and it wouldn't matter. Not a great look for Pitt. BYU beats TCU 44-13. BYU good still. Utah beats Baylor 55-28. Someone said Baylor was going to win
And
outright. Not true.
time.
What'd you think?
Wasn't too bad. It was a good weekend to recap. There was a lot to hit on.
That the Oklahoma Alabama game was awesome. That was about it.
Yeah, it
Though.
was.
That was about it. The Northwestern Michigan game was good. Iowa USC was obviously good, but like the rest were just kind of blowouts. Um, yeah. Anyway, that just quick before you go, I want to get your thoughts. Where's Lane Kiffin going to coach next year? Gun to your head.
If I have a gun to my head, I'm going to pick Ole Miss because that's the safer option. If I would get chancy with it, I would say Florida because they have more resources.
I
But I don't know.
it's either Ole Miss or Florida. I think LSU's out of the picture. They're kind of
Yeah, I think LSU's got too much baggage that comes with it.
which like LSU, all the people around are like they're blowing it. Like LSU is like a premier job. Like I'd say number
Top three
one.
job
It's for sure top 3. It might be number 1. Like the people in that state
because you
love
have
LSU.
yeah, and it's one of the only places that's a major like a Power 4 conference team that has just an entire state dedicated to it. Like off the top of my head, I can think of Louisiana, Ohio and Nebraska. Like those are like the big ones. Like, if he goes to Florida, he's competing with Miami, Florida State, USF, UCF, like aren't bad teams. Like there's a lot more you're competing for with in-state kids as opposed to thinking about all the good LSU receivers that have come out in the last so many years, like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Brian Thomas, like all those guys were Louisiana kids, if I'm not mistaken. Like they're just in your backyard. If you
That's a
don't
good
mess it up, they're gonna come play for you.
that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Like if you coach at LSU, anybody in the state of LSU is going to go to LSU. Like
You have to mess it up
if
not
you're
to
in
get them.
if you're in Florida, you got Miami, you got Florida State, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. He might be better off just staying at Ole Miss though. Like
He might be. I mean, he's got a good thing going. Like,
I don't know. I read
it's
something
just
today.
it's a small town in terms of SEC. Like, it's
Valid, yeah.
not.
He's always on the fan. Like he struggles getting the fans to show up consistently. Like they show up for big games, and but yeah, that's a good point too. I saw something today. They're giving him till November 28th, and he's got to have his final decision. So
I never know if any of that's true. The ultimatum,
time
I saw that out there too. But
time will tell. Um, okay, you're up. Are you ready to go?
no, I sure am.
All right,
On your go.
all right. I got you. Hang on a second, and go.
Missouri goes to Oklahoma. Is it a hangover game for Oklahoma, or is John Mateer just really, 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 really good when he doesn't have a bad hand? Minnesota goes to Northwestern. Bowl game on the line for Northwestern. One game, and they're going bowling for the first time, and I would assume a while. Washington State is going to JMU. JMU to the playoffs. Not if Washington State has anything to say about it. And their second cross country trip across the country. I don't know how it lines up for them. USC is going to play Oregon. Don't have any analysis on this game, but they're both bums for beating Iowa. Michigan State is going to Iowa, and just brief moment of silence for Mark Senior Day. And then Pitt is going to Georgia Tech, where it's win and stay alive for both teams. Tennessee is going to Florida, where Florida can potentially play. Spoiler for Tennessee. Tennessee still trying to get into the playoffs. BYU is going to Cincinnati in one of three games. It is a top 25 matchups, which is just gross. Washington plays UCLA in a game that I don't think anybody wants to watch. Arizona State is playing Colorado, where it's one of those, what's going on here?
Time.
I don't know, boom.
You went over time. Got to strike it. I will say that was well done because I know we talked about it before we started recording, but this weekend is gross.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got to the end and I was like, I'm not talking about great games here at the end.
There's really
Some
not a
weekends, all you
lot.
need is a minute to preview it.
There's really not a
I didn't
lot.
miss much.
No. So we'll leave it at that. Not a great Saturday football wise.
The Nebraska people might be mad I didn't mention them playing Penn State, but eh.
Um,
Speaking of, we have
Penn
our
State.
first coaching hire,
What?
James Franklin to Virginia Tech.
Yep, I did see that. Great hire for Virginia Tech,
Yeah, they're not going to get anyone better.
dude. Who's Penn State gonna hire? All their like in
Nobody.
this new age of college football. Like, I don't know if there's like Signetti at Indiana. Like before, he couldn't have done that at Indiana. He would have had to go to Penn State to do something like that. So like now, all these schools are like, anytime a job comes open, they just throw a bunch of money at the guy they have because they don't want him to leave and they can still be successful. And it kind of seems like Penn State, all their top guys that like they thought they could get have all signed extensions with the school they're currently at. So they might be
Yeah,
SOL. Who are they going to
I
hire?
think I think they really wanted Signetti, and I think they fired Franklin thinking they had Signetti, who was like, "Hey, he's going to come here." And then as soon as Signetti signed that extension, they were like, "Oh,
When
we
the
might be in trouble."
I think they wanted Signetti. Signetti signed, and they're like, "That's okay. Like we're going to get Rule. Like Rule loves this place. Like, is he an alum? He met his wife there or something. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
the full story there. He might something. He met his
there are
wife.
ties there.
There's ties to Penn State. They're like, we got Rule for sure. He signs an extension with Nebraska. Like they might be in trouble.
I it's basically the same argument you can make against LSU, where it's like both of those, like Happy Valley and Death Valley, like they're both phenomenal atmospheres to play. They have psychotic fan bases, but also those psychotic fan bases make a part of the reason why people don't want to coach there because you're on such a hot seat to begin with. Like besides Brian Kelly, I believe the last however many LSU coaches in a row had all won national championships. And it's just like that's the expectation. Like James Franklin won two playoff games last year, got on
The
a
dude,
skid and
the
was
dude,
out.
the dude was in the
Like,
semifinals last year and is now
yeah,
at a different school and he got fired.
like who
Yeah,
wants to go coach there if you're just on
yeah,
that hot of a seat? So like
yeah.
it's a good thing, but it's also it's not on the same side of the coin.
No, for sure.
But
All right, let's finish up. We will do gear grinder and slap hands. Oh, whoops, drop the mic.
geez, hey, take it easy on the listeners, man. Hey, whatever you're doing, stop it.
Shut up.
If I can hear it, they can hear it.
Yeah, I know. That's look, my bad. Sorry. I apologize. I
Well,
apologize to
I've
the
got my gear
listeners.
grinder of the week.
I apologize to the listeners, not to you specifically, Zach. You can get over it.
That's
Everybody
fine.
else, listeners, I apologize. Um, I'll go first.
You doing that is funny enough for me.
My
I'm
gear
good with it.
grinder. My gear grinder is. I'm sure. Like I should have started with it and apologize. You've heard it by now. Like I'm sick. I got sick over the weekend of all times. Like it came on Friday night, Saturday morning, felt terrible all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And like, I mean, I still don't feel the best, but like I'm getting better. But it's like you waste a whole weekend being sick, kind of stinks. Especially like I wanted to go deer hunting a bunch this weekend. Didn't get to do that just because I, felt horrible all the time. My head felt like it was like a billion pounds every, second. But yes, question.
Do
You
you think do you think the deer hunting that you have been doing was a possible contributing factor to
yes,
you being sick because
I do.
it hasn't been warm out?
I do. And I was going to say that too. That could be somewhat related. Like, I don't know if it's great to sit outside when it's like 30 degrees, but, um, but who's to say, really? Who knows if that had anything to do with it or not? But
We're
just,
not doctors. It's
but I
fine.
mean, not doctors. You know what I mean? Though, like just like it happened on the weekend. Like your whole weekend comes and goes. You're like, wow, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do
Yeah.
because I was sick. So that was kind of a bummer, but I'm on the mend. Good news is we got another weekend coming up. We'll just try again, right?
Hope you don't get residual
Um,
sickness, man. That would suck. It's the
yeah,
worst.
that
Hope
would.
that doesn't happen to you.
That would. Um, so yeah, that was my gear grinder. My slap hands would be you got me. I don't really. I'm trying to think. I mean, it's been pretty uneventful, honestly. I don't really have much.
Can I tell the people your other gear grinder that arose from deer or from hunting?
Oh,
Because that's got to
no.
be your real great gear grinder.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that. Thank you for reminding me. So I'll just tell it quick. I sat in one. So there's multiple. The place I hunt, there's multiple like tree stands to sit in. I was, coin flip 50-50 on the one I sat in, and this other one I was trying to decide to go sit in. But the previous night, I had sat in the same one I sat in that day. So I did it 2 nights in a row. And like, that night before, I had seen two bucks, walk by. Obviously, they were very small. I didn't shoot anything. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go try that, see if there's any movement over that direction. Didn't see anything. All I heard was little field mice scurrying around in the grass, squirrels jumping from tree to tree, just being annoying. Not a single deer, not a doe, nothing. So it's dark, and I walk out, and I'm walking back to my truck, and I have a headlamp on because it's dark. And then on my way out, I walk past the other stand that I was like contemplating sitting in, and I shine my lamp over there and I see like six different sets of eyes, all are deer. And I can see that one of them is like a pretty good looking buck that I would have shot had I been in that stand. And then it was just a real stomach punch. But that's hunting for you, man. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes it makes you sick. Sometimes it makes you incredibly angry walking back to your pickup on your way home. It's just, but it's fun. It's so fun. We're having so much fun.
Into your slap hands. So you got to say something for the people. You can't just be totally upset,
I
even though I'm
know.
enjoying it.
I can't be. Let's see. My slap hands will be that I I made you laugh. That's always actually no, that's weird. I can't do that.
Wow.
Take it back.
This
Nope.
is a bad week.
Listen, I hate to like I hate to sound like that, but I mean, pretty uneventful week, honestly. Like,
Did you have a good meal? Did you pet Harvey a lot? I don't
I
know.
did pet Harvey a
Take him
lot.
for a there you go.
I'll take
There
the
you
cop.
go.
I'll take the
Now
cop out. My slap hands is Harvey. That's an easy one. He's such a good boy. He's just the best. Makes
he
me
could,
happy.
he kept you company while you were sick. What a
He
good
did.
boy.
He did. Yeah, he did. That was bad by me. Take it away. Take it away. That was bad.
So my gear grinder of the week has been going on for about a year now. So around this time last year, I started to think I was losing hearing in my left ear. And when it, like I'm the typical guy who's like, ah, it'll be fine, it'll buff. Like if I go in, they're just gonna tell me to wait, like it's not gonna matter. And I went in after probably like 2 months last year, and they're like, oh, it's probably just, because it was in the winter, they're like, it's probably just sickness, like it could be prolonged sinus issues, whatever. So they're like, wait another 2 months. And then I had a appointment scheduled, something came up, had to reschedule that appointment, never ended up getting it rescheduled. And so my hearing has just continuously gotten worse in my left ear. And I finally have an appointment this week to figure out if what's going on. So gear grinders that I haven't been able to hear right for an entire year, but hopefully I'll be able to get it figured out.
Yeah, I really hope you do because the number of times I have said something to you and you turn to me and you say, "What?"
There's a reason why this is in my right ear and not my left. Like,
Yeah, that would be annoying. Hopefully you can get that sorted out.
it would be nice to get that figured out. But we alluded to it a little bit earlier in the show. My slap hands of this week is the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers and my cousin Andy. He and his teammates are Class 11A champions in the state of South Dakota. So, little round of applause for them. I was at the game and it was one of the crazier games. Like it was how a championship game should be. They got down 17 points right away. They played the same team they did last year. They lost last year. Got down 17 right away. It looked like it wasn't going to be good. Ended up getting two touchdowns before half. Then in the second half, like very back and forth game. At one point, they're down 21-24, and they go for it on 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, like right at midfield. Put in like a jumbo package, if you will, get the first down. They don't have their quarterback in the game. They had, it's a wildcat kind of a deal. They leave their quarterback off the field, have who is traditionally a wide receiver take a snap. So I'm like, oh, they're going to run the ball again. Like kind of odd. Like they were down, but they still had some time. Dude chucks a 45-yard dime, deep ball, score a touchdown, and that's how they take the lead. Then it ends up getting a little crazy down the stretch. The other team has the ball at the 15-yard line with, you know, 30 seconds left. End up getting a defensive stand. They were state champions. So great, great, great outcome for the Chargers.
Shout out the Chargers. That would be an awesome game to be at. It just sucks you had to be in the Dakota Dome.
Yeah, it was just, especially with what transpired a couple weeks ago.
I
I walked in there and my blood just started to boil a little bit, and I just, yeah,
this is
like,
like a this is a side tangent, and I'm sure you were probably the same way. But like, I remember in high school in the state of Iowa, like the Unidome was where they play the semifinals and the state championship. And like in high
mhm.
school, you think it is like the pinnacle of football, like the coolest thing ever, and like you dream of playing there, and that's all you want to do is play at the Unidome. And then we get into college, and like anytime we had to play at the Unidome, I'm like, God, this place sucks. This place is a dump. Like I do not enjoy
Yeah.
this at all. And I'm sure everybody in South Dakota was the same way.
Oh yeah, it's like, hey, we got to get to the dome. Like,
Yeah,
like being in the dome's awesome. Like, let's get to the championship game. Like all the time. Like, and then you get to college, it's like we have to play there.
yeah, right,
We have to go wear
exactly.
turf shoes. We can't wear cleats. We have to
You're
wear special shoes because their turf sucks so much.
you're coughing up
Okay,
dust, and it's yeah, it's just funny. It's all
their
about
logo is
perspective.
just inherently slippery, and you can't run on it or the numbers without slipping.
There's a
It's
lesson
good
in there.
times,
There's
but
a lesson in there somewhere. It's all about perspective.
yeah, we're not
Okay.
the one to find out what the lesson is, but
No, yeah, don't come to us for life advice at all. All right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you everyone for listening. That was episode 7. Let's get a big weekend this God. Let's get a big win this weekend.
dude, you have been on fire this
I
podcast.
was about yeah, bad on me. Gotta get back in the film room, make some adjustments.
For everyone who's listening to this late in the podcast, please give Garrett some words of encouragement. He needs them. It's just nothing's wrong with him. He's just not
Okay,
having a good podcast right
stop
now.
patronizing me. You're the worst. I don't know why I'm friends with you. All right, thank you. Please like and subscribe. Um, any of your thoughts, leave them in the comments, and we will see you guys next week. And go Jacks. Zach said, "Go Jacks."
I'm not doing it. Hasn't been a good streak since I've done it. You say go Jacks, and we're out of here.
Fine, go Jacks.